Welcome back to Click World TV. You have already seen the title. Rapper Young Scooter dead after jumping fence in Atlanta. Police chase. Authorities say the 39-year-old suffered an injury while fleeing police and later died in the hospital. Many folks have been skeptic about the fact that young Scooter have died due to a leg injury he received while running from the police and jumping fences. Personally, I never heard of a case of someone losing their life in such a bizarre way. This have also caused many to question the circumstances under which he lost his life, as there was initial reports that he got shot. Please like the video if it resonates with you and subscribe for more videos like this. Leave a comment down below. Let's get into the news report. I will be reading from theguardian.com. A rapper signed to fellow lyricists Future and Waka Flocka Flame died on his 39th birthday in his hometown of Atlanta after injuring his leg while running from police and jumping fences, according to authorities, as well as multiple media reports. The death of 39-year-old young Scooter, born Kenneth Edward Bailey, was confirmed by Atlanta's Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office, as Variety first reported. In a statement on Friday, Atlanta police, without identifying Bailey, said that they responded to initial reports of shots being fired at a home on William Nye Drive, SE, and that a woman was being dragged back inside. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officer, the Atlanta Police Lieutenant Andrew Smith said, adding that police subsequently cordoned off the area to search it for a suspect. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house, Smith said. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. He added, "Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing." According to the medical examiner's office, Bailey was taken to the Grady Marcus Trauma Center and died there from his injuries. His cause of death was not immediately determined, with an autopsy pending. Born in Waterboro, South Carolina, Bailey entered the hip-hop scene in Atlanta at a young age, where he maintained a consistent presence during its commercial boom in the 2010s, Variety wrote. Besides appearing on songs by other rappers, including Future and Young Thug, Bailey worked with Juicy J, Kodak Black, and Rick Ross. Speaking to Complex in 20 about his creative process, Bailey said, "I don't really care what I say on a beat as long as it's about some money. When you try to think hard and write it out, that's when it's going to be fucked up." Last March, he released one of his latest projects, Trap's Last Hope, featuring songs including Grind Don't Stop, Ice Game, Free Bands, and Letter to God. There's claims that the police could be covering up something they did. I am not certain, but I know bizarre accidents happen every day. There's claims that no shot was fired after the police arrived, only before the cops arrived, which only adds to the intrigue or suspicions. Ask yourself, why would young Scooter be jumping fences, running from the police on his birthday, without having anything illegal on him, or even being in immediate danger? I might have to do a follow-up video, considering they could have sacrificed the brother, with this being so bizarre. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe with notifications, so you will be first to see when we drop new content, and comment what you think or know concerning this topic.
Well, tonight the GBI is labeling the death of Atlanta rapper Young Scooter as an in-custody death. His real name is Kenneth Edward Bailey, originally from Walterboro, South Carolina, but making a name for himself in the music industry in Atlanta. Condolences from some of the biggest artists continue to pour in. Rapper Meek Mill posting on X, "R.I.P. Young Scooter, an ATL generational leader that helped keep a lot of energy pumping out and into ATL. Prayers for your kids, family, and whole Free Bands family." As many continue to remember him, there are some questions still. How Young Scooter ended up dying after being pursued by Atlanta police last night. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live outside APD headquarters. And Cody, despite initial unconfirmed reports that spread like wildfire, APD says their officers never fired a shot.
That's right, Angelina. Now, what I can tell you is the only injury mentioned by APD was to Young Scooter's leg. They say he fell after jumping over a couple of fences. Now, just hours ago, I spoke to an orthopedic surgeon to get some context to how a leg injury could possibly lead to death. This was the scene on Friday night in the 200 block of William Nye Drive in the Lakewood neighborhood in southeast Atlanta. Police responding to a 911 call. APD Homicide Commander Lieutenant Andrew Smith.
Officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location.
As officers tried to make contact with anyone in the home,
2 males fled out of the rear of the house.
APD says one of those men was Kenneth Bailey, better known as rapper Young Scooter. Lieutenant Smith says Bailey jumped 2 fences before officers caught up to him.
When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. There was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injury to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
Possibly fracturing or breaking his femur, which orthopedic surgeon Dr. Craig Weil says isn't impossible.
Well, the femoral artery is quite large, and it could, if you broke your femur and it broke badly enough, the ends of the femur fracture could be sharp enough to cut the artery.
As for the fall,
it'd have to be a very hard fall.
Something you don't often see.
No, you don't. It's a relatively rare injury to have a femoral artery death. It's only about 10 to 15% of traumas, so it's not very high.
The Fulton County Medical Examiner says right now the cause and manner of death for Young Scooter is listed as undetermined. Of course, an autopsy is planned if it's not already been conducted. Now, the GBI is investigating this in-custody death, Angelina, and of course, the autopsy results will hinge a lot on how they rule this investigation. Live in downtown Atlanta, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
Still a lot for us to learn. I know you stay on top of that, Cody. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe with notifications, so you will be first to see when we drop new content, and comment what you think or know concerning this topic.